Hello guys, it's me Thales. I'm the owner of this channel dedicated to English language. We are covering here from basic to advanced, although this playlist is about intermediate advanced, which is recorded in English, explained in English, everything in English. So if you want to watch a playlist or videos explaining in Portuguese, I recommend that you watch my other playlist in this very same channel, which is basic, right? Covering the essential grammar topics, explaining in Portuguese. So, before we begin, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, right? Last video I recorded, we were talking about uncountable and countable nouns. Nouns which are used only as uncountable. We saw a variety of examples in our last video. If you haven't watched it yet, just check it out, okay? It will be in my channel, in my playlist as well. And as we have recorded more than 200 videos, we are almost reaching the mark of 300 videos already. So check them out. It's fun, it's a lot of fun, and you may learn some English with me, okay? So let's get going. What were we seeing? This content here was from my last video from basic. It's not from intermediate advanced, okay? Let's get back. You say, for example, there are two different words. Travel, which is a verb, okay? You have trip and journey. Travel, what does it mean? Do we say travel, travel? Yes or no? No, we don't say that. Travel can be a verb. For example, I'm traveling to the US next week, for example. Unfortunately, I'm not traveling to the US for two different reasons. First, I'm not on vacation, and secondly, flights to the US are banned, right? So we can't travel to the US right now. We have to wait until COVID-19 stabilizes, or maybe even a vaccine comes out. Anyway, I'm traveling to the US next week. This is a present continuous tense, just reminding you. We have the verb to be followed by the main verb with ing. This is verb, okay? I don't spend much money on travel. Here, it's not a verb. Travel here is a noun, right? It sounds a little weird to me, but it's a noun. How do you spend your money? I spend most of the money on food. When you say you spend most of the money on food, food is uncountable. Travel is also uncountable. So it means that you can't put an indefinite article just before it, right? When you have an uncountable noun, you don't use indefinite articles. So that's the example here. I don't spend much money on travel. Did you have an enjoyable trip? Right? You traveled to the US, you came back, and a friend of yours asks you about how the trip was. Was it nice? Was it bad? So did you have an enjoyable trip? Here is countable. We use here and because The next word, which is an adjective, comes with a vowel sound, right? So it follows the word enjoyable. And the trip is a noun, okay? So you can't say an enjoyable travel. No, an enjoyable trip, an enjoyable journey, right? But you can't say travel. Okay. Let's see some more examples. The damage caused by the flood will take a lot of money. Okay, so there was a flood, right, around. You can also say, I'm trying to think of the natural disasters that we have. We have flood, we have a storm, right? We have the fires. I guess we say the fires. Let me say. Let me see here. Yeah, fire or fires. Burning. Burning is not that way. You can say the fire. That's correct. So you have many natural and not so natural disasters, because fires can also be caused by natural heat, right? The weather nowadays is pretty hot, and due to the global warming and stuff like that, you have a change in climate, right? Hot weather, hot seasons are even hotter, and cold seasons are even colder. Yeah, you could say that. The damage is uncountable. You don't say a damage, right? He caused me much damage. You don't say, how do I say? Who don't say, for example, one damage. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. So he caused us a lot of damage. Right? Damage in the house, damage in person. Anyway, I remember another verb here. I just remembered another verb. For example, he did us harm. When you do somebody harm, you do harm to somebody, it means that you do something bad to them, right? And you use the verb do. I just remembered this one, right? For you to. I don't like my hair long, right? I like to shave my hair or to have my hair cut. Women, they like, in general, of course, there are many women who prefer their hair cut, right? Hair here is uncountable. You don't say your hairs. No, it doesn't exist, okay? Once the alarm rang, it was chaos. Yes. So there was an alarm. The alarm rang, which is the simple past of the verb ring, rang. It was chaos. Yes, it was a little misspelled here. Yeah, better. My spelling sometimes is terrible, you know. And I have to rewrite it. I have to scribble the word I have just written, scribble, Scribble, you see? With S-C-R-I-B-B-B-L-E. Scribble. I remember Scribble from Orkut, right? When we had Orkut and somebody wrote in your scrapbook, I got an email saying, oh, someone scribbled in your scrapbook. I remember this word from there. You know, it's nice, right? You remember some words. She doesn't have time for her kids. Yeah, she works full time. She doesn't have time for kids. So why did she have kids in the first place, right? A woman who has kids should have enough time for kids, right? But you know, nowadays modern families, they work, right? Both parents, they have to work, and they leave the children with a nanny, for example. Have time. Time here is uncountable because you don't say one time, two times, doesn't exist. He gave me a piece of advice on my career. Here, you know, advice is uncountable. Advice. But when you use a piece of advice, it becomes kind of countable, right? Because a piece, you can say one piece, two pieces, three pieces. Although I admit I've never seen the expression two pieces of advice. No, I guess I haven't seen. You can say a piece of advice. He gave me some advice on something, right? Most likely, let me see here something. Yes, advice on something. Yeah. After the word advice, I was right. You use preposition on. To me, this kind of thing is the most difficult aspect of English to remember, you know. To know the right prepositions for the right nouns. It's not easy. It's not something easy to figure out, right? Did you have bad weather during your trip? During your travel. I'm going to use two different expressions here. Did you have bad weather? Did you have bad weather during your trip? I guess I was thinking of the word bad and I wrote had, you know. Sometimes my mind is crazy. Did you have bad weather? You understand why you can't use had here. You have a question in the past and you use the auxiliary verb to make a question in the simple past or past simple. Bad weather. Weather here is uncountable. You don't say one bad weather, two bad weathers, no? During your travel, during your trip, during your journey, all three words are uncountable, okay? I didn't bring much luggage with me. Okay, when I travel, I don't bring much luggage. I bring the less is the better, right? I bring only the essential items I need to take. When I traveled last year, I took only one suitcase, right? A big suitcase, and it was enough for me. Didn't need anything else. What about you? When you have to travel, do you take a big suitcase, a big carry-on, right? What's the size of the carry-on you have to take, right? A carry-on, a bag, anyway. You can say baggage, luggage, right? I guess I have already explained this to you. Okay. I want to write a book about my experience. The experience I had. Is it possible to use experiences? Yes, in this case, it's possible. You had, pay attention, experiences here means that you have many moments, many different moments in your life that you want to describe. On the other hand, when you say, for example, he didn't get hired, or he wasn't hired, I guess it's better, because he had little experience. When a person has no experience, little experience, much experience, here is uncountable. Okay? Do you have a job? Job here is countable, right? Let me see. But when you say that a person is unable to get something to do, he can't get work, right? He doesn't get work. He doesn't get to work easily because the job market is retreating, right? It's shrinking. Yes, you don't have many jobs available. Let me see what else. I'm just looking for which example I can give you. I need some information. Information is also uncountable, okay? They can give plenty of advice. I didn't tell you before, but advice is a noun. Advise is a verb. Okay? It's spelled differently, but they have these different meanings as well, right? My house has furniture. I want to rent a house with furniture, right? Furniture is everything that you have in your house. When your house is empty, there is nothing on it. There are no bookshelves, there is no cupboard, there aren't any domestic appliances. You can say there is no furniture. And the children asked for permission. to sleep late. Yes, in general, children aren't given permission to sleep early, right? They have to sleep late. No, it's the opposite. Yeah, I like to sleep early sometimes, but depending, I like to play video game until late at night, and my mother didn't like it. She woke up in the middle of the night, and she reprimanded me because of that. She scolded me because of that. Yeah, that was terrible, don't you think? Well, people, this video is already 20 minutes long. I guess we have seen plenty of examples, and I will finish this video. Next video, we will deal with countable and uncountable nouns, but mostly countable. We've already had our share of uncountable. So see you next video, and bye bye.